Shabbat Shalom. If I'm speaking a little bit, I'm very, very sick, but that issue. But there's something very interesting that we see in this parashah that it raises a question in our own heads. We see at the plague of the Choshech, the darkness, all Bnei Israel, they were busy doing what? Going to the Egyptians and collecting gold and money from the Egyptians. The Torah says that while all Bnei Israel were going and collecting money from all the Egyptians, what was Moshe Rabbeinu doing? Moshe Rabbeinu was mitasek b'atzmot Yosef. He was taking care and preparing the bones of Yosef. Now, all Chazal, when they explained the psukim that Moshe went to take care of the bones of Yosef, Chazal explained that Moshe took care of the bones of Yosef while Bnei Israel were collecting gold and money because Moshe was a big socher. What is socher? Businessman. He was a big dealer. And because he was a very smart businessman, very smart dealer, he was taking care of the bones of Yosef and not taking money and gold. Now, Rabotai, I have a question on Chazal. How can we say that Moshe Rabbeinu was a big dealer because he went to take care of bones and didn't go collect money? If Chazal said Moshe was a big tzaddik, okay, I agree. Moshe was a big tzaddik because he took care of the bones of Yosef. He did a mitzvah instead of collecting gold and money. But how can we say Moshe was a big businessman? Because instead of going to get gold, he went to get the bones of Yosef. That is the exact opposite. That is a very bad businessman. A big tzaddik, but not a good businessman. So why is Chazal using the words of that Moshe was a big businessman? If Chazal were to explain, to say Moshe was a tzaddik, he was a chassid, he was ish kadosh, ish elukim, I agree. Why? Because instead of taking care of this world, of going to collect money and gold, he collected the bones of Yosef. He went and he brought the box of Yosef. So why is Chazal calling Moshe here, specifically, in this situation, a big socher, a big businessman, a big deal? What's the reason behind this? And now, Rabotai, is a big lesson we can learn about the Torah and mitzvot. When a person deals with Torah and mitzvot, he can't look at it as every mitzvah that he does, it's a mitzvah that I'm doing for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. No. From here we learn that a person needs to look at the Torah and mitzvot like a dealer, like a businessman. But the same way, that if I come to you now and I tell you I have a question for you, I'm going to give you every hour $100. Are you going to say, oh, I'm going to start in 1 hour? No, you're going to take one now. Then in 1 hour you're going to take another one. And then the hour later you can take another one. You're not going to say, I'm going to start in 3 hours. I'm going to start collecting my pay in 2 months, in 3 months. It doesn't work. If a person looks at Torah and mitzvot like a dealer, like a businessman, he will always search where he can get, where he can earn the other dollar. No one will refuse to receive a good deal, to refuse to receive a high profit deal. In the same way that no one will refuse that, we have to look at the Torah and mitzvot, that every mitzvah that we collect, it is like another dollar we put in our account. Now, Torah and mitzvot are different than regular business. A regular business, if I have tomatoes and you have cucumbers, I want the cucumbers, you want the tomatoes. If I give you the cucumbers, you give me back the tomatoes, what happened now? I don't have any more the cucumbers, you don't have any more the tomatoes. Or same thing when you buy something. I come and I buy a siddur, I had money in my hands, I gave the money, you gave me the siddur. You no longer have the siddur, I no longer have the money. That, Rabotai, is in regular business. That when you come, one gives something, and as return, someone returns something else. We're going to ignore it. A regular business, you give something to the person, he returns you something. What you gave him, you no longer have. What they gave you, they no longer have. With Torah and mitzvot, it's different. With Torah and mitzvot, when I teach you something, what I had, I still have, and what you had, you still have. But the only difference is that I have now what you have too, and you have now what I have. So what it means that nobody loses with Torah and mitzvot. If I come to you and I teach you a Mishnah that I learned, and you teach me a Mishnah that you learned, we both keep the Mishnahs that we learned, but we shared the ones that the other didn't have. Everyone understand? That it's not like regular business. What I give you, I no longer have, and what you give me, you no longer have. Whatever we give each other with Torah and mitzvot and limud, whatever I give you, you kept for yourself, and I kept for myself. Whatever you gave me, you kept for yourself, and you gave it to me. So that, Rabotai, is what's interesting about Torah and mitzvot, when we look at it as a business perspective. Moshe Rabbeinu was a big businessman. Why? Because he looked at the Torah and mitzvot like a business. He looked in the Torah and mitzvot of the value of the mitzvot. The value of the mitzvot of Atzmot Yosef, that value is we can't put a number on the value of that mitzvah. So when Moshe had the opportunity either to go and even somewhat fulfill the will of Hashem, Hashem said, go and bring the money from the Egyptians. He knew the value of the mitzvot, and he looked at the Torah and mitzvot like a businessman. How does a businessman look at doing business? The more he can collect, the more he can have more for himself, the better. And that, is how a person should have the attitude when it comes to Torah, to collecting mitzvot, collecting limud, collecting anything that has to do with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is to look at it. Why should I miss what I can receive now? And whatever I can take now, I will take now. Whatever I can take later, I will take later. Another is how a person needs to think the Torah mitzvah. We all merit to grab every mitzvah that comes to our hand, to never let any mitzvah loose.